I have a little bit of time between my meetings, and so sometimes when I do that, when I have a little gaps, I can work on a project, but sometimes I need to practice certain things to get better at the game. And today I thought I was going to practice something because I've got this craft here that I've built. You can see on the screen. I've got this rocket. It is filled with material kits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full tanks of material kits, 4,500 material kits on each tank. This is my last, I should say, my last send, if you will. My last, well, whatever you want to call it. It's my last shipment to Minmus. Everything else at this point, at least by design anyway, everything else from this point will be built there on the surface of Minmus using resources that are coming from Minmus. So this is my last little bit I need to send. And it's a fairly large rocket. It's pretty expensive. We're going to recover a lot of this stuff. Pretty much the whole lower stage gets recovered. You can see stage recovery. I was going to record this as part of the episode, but I'm not really sure. I mean, I probably will. I'm just going to practice today, so nothing I'm doing today is going to get carried over to the stream or going to get carried over to the episodes, at least not exactly. I'm going to re-record for the episode because I don't like to have my face cam in the episodes. That's just not the format that the episodes have, so. Hi! Dark Hermit. Dark, spelt in a very creative way. Welcome. Timothy, awesome. Nick, Knight, and his constant finger banging. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you're waiting? Yeah, it happens. All right, guys. Well, let me move some of these windows around. Stream today. Tonight we're having another one, but the one this afternoon is probably only going to last maybe an hour. I have some stuff I have to do, so. Okay, so this is the rocket. Today, what I want to do, let's just launch this and I'll show you. Save. Actually, before I launch this, I need to add one extra thing to this. I need to add a really small container for KIS, which is in here. A really small one. Can I get one that's weighs almost nothing? I mean, I don't want this. This is too big. This one weighs almost nothing, but it's also... I wonder if I can... Putting this on the top just seems obnoxious, doesn't it? I wonder if I can use a service bay. If I use... If I use a really tiny service bay. How about this one? That's way too big. That's not tiny. That's the opposite of tiny. How about, a cardboard box? It's pretty tiny. We could ship this up with a cardboard box. That just seems stupid. That seems more stupid than before. How about, I don't want to use one of these. They're too big. Half a ton is half a ton. How about one of these really small service bays? How big are you? Or how much do you weigh? Practically nothing. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, can I put... Here's the big question. Can I put a mallet and some stakes inside this little thing? It's really fragile. It looks really fragile, but it's totally going to just... It's going to just power right through. It looks like it's going to break the aerodynamics. No, it won't. It's fine. It's stock aerodynamics anyway. Even if it wasn't stock aerodynamics, this is still a fairly aerodynamic craft. It's not like perfect or anything, but it's fairly good. At least for far it would be. I want to put mallets and stakes in here. So let's try to find those. At least one mallet, but I'd like to have two. I don't know where that is though. It should be in here. No. Oh no, it's going to be extraplanetary launch pads, right? Which I don't have a menu for. No, I don't have a menu for that, which kind of sucks, but okay. So let's just try utility then. Generic utility. Is it in here? There it is. Mallet. Can I just put one of these mallets in here, or do I need to actually attach them to something? Yeah, I think they need to be stored with KIS. Darn it. Well, okay then. If they have to be stored at KIS, then to reduce the amount of weight that this is, let's grab... I want to grab another service bay, but I want to grab the 125 one. No, not that. Sorry. Yeah, no, actually it is that. I think that's big enough. I'm actually not sure. I think that's big enough. Let's put that here, open it up, and see if I can get one of those KIS containers in here. Can I? Is it too big? I honestly don't really care about the clipping. I don't really care. But let's at least rotate it so that the doors face... Yeah, fine. Whatever. It's fine. That will work for me. Now we need to put something in there. So I need to put the mallet in the inventory for this. As well as some stakes and stuff so we can build some stuff. So let's put 2 mallets in here. And then a bunch of the ground pylons or ground stakes, which are right here, survey stakes. And we'll put in like, I don't know, let's do like 20 of them. They don't weigh anything. They barely weigh anything. Okay. That should be fine. So now we'll have some of those. And that's going to be useful for our guys building things on the surface, because I haven't sent one of those up yet, and so I need to. Okay, so now we have a rocket. That's fairly aerodynamic, somewhat. It's good enough. And if I save this, just make sure my staging is still right. Always check your staging. There it is. All right, save and launch. Good day, everyone. Yes. Hello, Samantha. Hi, John. You're always here. How does John... I feel like John makes most live streams for KSP. I feel like he makes almost all of them. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. He'll probably correct me and be like, actually, I work all the time and I barely ever see your streams. I just happen to look down at the chat and just usually see his name. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, what I'm practicing today, is something that... I want to correct a problem that's kind of been annoying to me, and with a little bit of practice, you can kind of alleviate this problem. So I'm going to actually grab the solar panels. Let's have this be here, and then let's also have this be like this. I have the fuel supply to this big tank cut off so that all the fuel in these outside tanks get used first. So what I'd like to do today, normally when you go to Minmus, and if you read the description, it has a text description if you want to read it, but normally... when you go to Minmus, there's 3 steps to the process. You get yourself into orbit, you correct your inclination so that it matches Minmus, and then you burn to go to Minmus. And that's great and all, but correcting your inclination in low Kerbin orbit can sometimes cost you 200 to 300 meters per second. There's 2 ways to get around having to correct your inclination when you go to Minmus. And this applies to going to any body, really. It's a little harder for other bodies, but for Minmus, since you're in the same sphere of influence, it's the same. 2 ways around that. The first way is to launch yourself into the same inclination. So you're just basically launching and getting into orbit to where you're already pretty close to the same inclination. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to wait until Minmus is 90 degrees from your node, from your descending or ascending node. In that case, you would then be able to make your maneuver and rendezvous with Minmus at one of the 2 points at which its orbit is already in line. And normally that's probably the easiest way to do it because it's really easy to get a fairly more equatorial orbit. It's a little bit easier to get yourself into like a 0 degree. Than it is to launch yourself into a 6-degree orbit, which is what we need for Minmus. We need a 6-degree orbit to get to Minmus. Or a 6-degree inclination, excuse me. So we start with a 0.0991 or 0.099 degrees. And when I launch the craft, I want it to be, when I finalize and circularize my orbit, I want it to be in 6 degrees. But it's not enough to have it be 6 degrees. it has to be 6 degrees at the precise like angle that Minmus is. So if I'm 6 degrees this way, that's not the same as 6 degrees this way or 6 degrees this way, right? So I need it to match Minmus's orbit perfectly. So I'm going to select Minmus as the target. So you can see Minmus's orbit, and Minmus is on an inclination, right? It's not perfectly equatorial. It's slanted like this. So I need my orbit to match this inclination right when I get to space so that I don't have to burn an extra 200 to 300 meters per second. If I'm close, if I'm already close to that, then it's fine. If I'm close to that orbit, then, you know, having to switch to adjust your inclination by like 1 degree, maybe that's, I don't know, maybe you spend 40 meters per second. It's not that big of a deal. On this rocket, though, with the amount of fuel I have available on this rocket, though, that extra delta V that it would cost to change my inclination, that will matter. And I really don't want to add more fuel tanks to this. So like, I'm just trying to avoid adding more fuel. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Fireheart says, this is the 3rd day in a row I've caught one of your streams. Don't tell my teacher. You're watching my live streams in class. Well, I'm not letting you get away from learning. So we're going to be doing teaching stuff today. How many people are here from Europe? How many people are here from Europe? This is the reason why I'm trying to do this afternoon stream, because I know a lot of you Europeans, right? People in the UK anyway, you guys are 5 hours ahead of me. So actually, wait a minute, what time is it? It's like I have daylight savings time and stuff, and I'm not sure everybody does that. So you might be 6 hours ahead. I don't know, but I know you're like out of work now and stuff. It's probably around your dinner time ish right now, so that'll work. Do you see what happened there? Everyone see that? like what happened there? Like what is that? The game got tired. It's like the game is just like, you are not allowed to sit there and talk. We are not going to permit this. So it's just like, screw you, dude. I'm blowing up right now. So anyway, this is like the kind of stuff I do normally. Like, I don't record it, and the stuff I normally do when I have a quick break. I'll try my best to, like, you know, practice and get better at the game. And I thought, you know, I might as well turn a stream around while I do it. So that's what we're trying to do today. I'm trying to get myself in an inclination that matches Minmus right away. And that's pretty hard to do. It's not easy. It's kind of a headache, actually. But I'm going to see if I can do it. So in general principle, how I would do this is I would get a Minmus as the target, and then I would want to time accelerate until Minmus is like basically directly above me. So let's kind of do this. Time accelerate. We're going to have to do this at night unless I want to do it in the daytime, in which case then I'd have to do it to where I'm exactly opposite of Minmus on the other side of the planet. And I don't really want to do that. So you can see that I have Minmus as the target, and you can see that on the nav ball, there's the target indicator right here. So I want the target indicator to be directly above me, like precisely above me. So let's time accelerate a little bit. We got to be careful about how fast we do it. We don't want to overshoot. Right about there. It's a little bit early yet, but I'm going to go with this being it. So let's retract the solar panels so it don't get that happening. Okay, so the object here, we need 6 degrees, and it's inclined to the north, right? Yep, to the north. So if we look at ourselves like this, we can see our target, and there's Minmus's orbit right here. So we need to go 6 degrees to the north to try and match Minmus's orbit. And I gotta tell you, we're probably not gonna do it first try. It's a really difficult thing to do because you gotta steer this rocket and try to get 6 degrees. So on the left side of the screen, you can see Kerbal Engineer, or you can see Flight Engineer, and our inclination is this number right here. So while I'm trying to circularize and have it be not an eccentric orbit, I also need this number to be 6 degrees at the right timing, which hopefully we have the right timing now. So let's try it. SAS on, and go. I'm gonna get myself kind of moving a little bit, like right away. And I need this to be about 6 degrees. not bad. I have to come up a little bit. A little bit too far. I need to bring it back. What's going on there? Garbage collection or something. Gotta bring it back. It's too extreme. There we go. Oh, we're still getting more inclination. I need it to come back. After a point, though, you gotta stop correcting it. Because after a point, then you're starting to get your inclination set, but your timing's off. So then you'll end up getting your 6 degrees, but it won't be the right 6 degrees. So after a bit, you just kind of say, well, that's about as close as I can get, you know? Okay, we'll turn the fuel on here. This one right here is a little bit easier to control, but at this point, we probably should not be adjusting our inclination much anymore at this point. Because then we're just going to be correcting it incorrectly, if that makes sense. We'll be correcting it incorrectly. So let's get up to about 70, let's get about maybe 80K. Okay, apoapsis is 80K. So it says my inclination is 5.6 degrees. That's pretty close to Minmus's 6 degrees. But I got a feeling that's not gonna last, like, yeah, we're 1.7 off, which is not bad. It's still closer than like 0, but we're 1.7 off. Is there a way to correct that when we circularize our orbit? Is there a way to correct it? I doubt it, because Minmus is not here, right? Minmus is over here. So if I correct it around this point, it'll just get it like further off. But there might be a way I can adjust it slightly. So let's just play around with the maneuvers here really quick and see if there's anything I can do. This is 1.9, so that's making it worse. Go this way. 1.7 is all we're going to get, so that's it. So basically, once you have your apoapsis and you're about ready to burn at apo, I mean, you just have to get away from this. That's the hardest part, is to get away from this. But, okay. I need you to point towards the node, please. Flight computer, what are you doing here? I probably should restart. I probably should retry, because the goal is to launch it into the inclination, right? That's the whole mission. So maybe we'll try to F9 this. I think once we get to where we're close to the inclination, or when we're close to having Minmus directly above us, we'll go ahead and F5 this so that we can practice a little bit. That's the whole nature of the game. Only way to get better at something is to practice, right? You guys are chatting with each other. Nice. Are you going south? Are you going to south? No, I'm going north. That's the whole point. Okay, so let's get this right here. Get the solar panels out so we don't lose electricity on the launch pad. Get this because I need to turn the fuel resources on once these run out of fuel. And then let's try this again. So Minmus is the target. Let's get ourselves to where Minmus is directly above us. If I was on the day side of Minmus, or if I was on the day side of Kerbin right now, then I would be going south, because that would make sense. It's the opposite of what Minmus is. So I think right about here is a good spot to save this, to do a quick save right here. There we go. All right, we can retract the solar panels now. Actually, could probably just do the quick save with the panels in so that we don't have to keep retracting them every time we'd go. Okay, now we can time accelerate a little bit, get this maneuver, or get Minmus to be directly above us, and try to launch ourselves into a perfectly 6-degree thing. Oops, I'm a little bit late. That's not good. We might be able to pull this off. I don't think, I'm not sure. Let's see. If I can get into 6 degree right away. I need my heading to be fixed. Fix your heading. Heading is incorrect. It's too far. Way too far on the inclination here. Bring it back. There we go. Bring it back. Nah, we're only going to have 7 degrees. I went too far. Let's restart. I went too far on the time acceleration. Wow, you guys are chatting a bunch. What's going on here? It's 1 a.m. in Thailand right now. I had Thai food the other night. By the other night, I mean last night. I did. I had Thai food. It was delicious. I'm a big fan of Masaman curry. Big fan. I ordered medium. I'm pretty sure they gave me medium plus. And if that is the case, if they really did give me medium plus, I might start ordering medium plus because it's like a good kind of pain, you know? It was a very delicious kind of pain. Master, are you spamming? I can put you in timeout. I'm gonna have to stomp on somebody here. I'm gonna keep watching. All right. Let's take and go a little bit further with the time acceleration. Let's not go too far this time though. So right about so close there. Okay, I think it's a little early, but a little early is better than a little late because that means I get a slightly more time to correct things a little bit. So okay, let's try it again. What? Oh, I didn't have the thrust all the way up. That's weird. It must have put it down when I time accelerated. It does that sometimes. Alright, go inclination, go. I'm not inclining fast enough. That's kind of a problem. I don't know about this. Didn't incline fast enough. We'll see what happens. We'll leave it here. We'll see what happens. We're at 5 degrees. We're close on the incline. We're close. Here we go. And stage it. Okay, we're good. So we're coming out of the first stage at 5.6 degrees. So we're close. Can angle this down just a little bit, but I don't want to change it too much right now, so we're gonna leave it just where it is right now if I can. About 6 degrees is where we're at, and I don't want to fix it anymore, so just let it go, just let it ride. It keeps moving around though. Whoops, we're way too high though. I'm spending all my time looking at my inclination, and I'm not spending any time looking at my apoapsis, so. But the goal is to practice the incline. If I can get the incline right, then I can get the other stuff right then. So right now we're still off by 1.8. Am I missing something? Am I not doing it right? Because my inclination right now is 5.99, and that's pretty dang precise, but yet it still says I'm off by 1.8. I'm going to try and circularize this and see what happens. And if I circularize this, I'll be negative, yeah, I'll be off by 1.8. And altering this won't matter because that's not trying to do this. I want to see how to launch to Minmus with, well, how to launch to Minmus and not have to adjust your inclination later, you know? And it makes sense to me that you would launch with Minmus directly above you and then just go 6 degrees. That would make sense to me. However, actually, no, that doesn't make sense to me. There's a critical point here I'm missing. And that is that Minmus has to be... Yeah, see, Minmus would have to be... Okay, this is what I'm missing. Minmus doesn't have to be directly above me. Minmus has to be directly above its plane. So, like, no matter what I do, I'm still going to start off. So, actually, I need to start my burn when... I need to start my burn at one of the descending nodes, right? Or the ascending node. That's kind of hard to figure out because... Well, maybe not. If I go like this... Alright, let's try this. Let's... Oh, I can't revert the flight. Why not? Wait, why can't I revert this flight? Okay then. Well, if you won't let me revert the flight, then I'll just recover the vessel. How's that sound? Yeah, you have to be... Minmus has to be at its intersecting point. So rather than us focusing on trying to launch so that Minmus is directly above us, what I should be doing is launching to where I am directly, or where I am directly below its intersecting point. That's where I should be doing it. So that makes way more sense. So let's try this again. This time, you know, actually what I should do, hey, new subscribers. I like new subscribers. Welcome. I think what I should do instead, because I don't want to waste time. This is all time, right? Let's go to... All right, you know what? Let's go to the tracking station. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do this. I want to do this during the day. Like I want to practice this during the day. But that means I have to waste a half a day now just to get back to the daylight. And meanwhile, the rest of the stuff is on its way, and I'm wasting time not having it there. It's like I'm kind of in a time crunch, but kind of not. Like look at this ship. That's the medical ship we sent, right? This is the same universe as Conquering KSP. If you couldn't tell. That's the medical launch, which is on its way to Minmus now. So what I need to do, I need to figure out where Minmus's plane is. Going to intersect Kerbin. And it makes sense that it would intersect like about like that. So if I can get myself to be right about here, if I can get the KSC to be right about here, then it's close. So if I just time accelerate a bit, that's the PISS. Where is the KSC? Oh no. Where is the Kerbal Space Center? Right there. Okay. If I wanted to launch, honestly, if I launch during the night, I can do this faster. Just because of where things are. So if I get it to be kind of where it is now, close, it's here. So if I can get it to be over here, about like this. So I guess we'll try launching from the nighttime, I guess, because I don't want to waste any time. Oh, I have kids, but I'm here now. He got a warning. I see. I'll watch. He got a warning. I see. I'll watch him. And that is the autosave ship, probably. Yeah, that looks right. I'm gonna try and find it in the list though. MK deliverables. This one. Let's launch this. You're avoiding the inclination burn. What's more efficient? That is more efficient, unless you're asking me what else I could do that's more efficient. There is one thing you could do that technically is more efficient, because you get to use more of, you know, the natural rotation of the planet. It's not by much for Minmus because it's only 6 degrees, but there is another way you can get to Minmus without having to do the inclination burn if you've got the time, right? If it was a sandbox save, you have infinite time, you're not worried about life support and all that stuff, you could just wait until Minmus is 90 degrees from its ascending node or descending node, right? And then if you make your ejection from Kerbin, if you make your burn to go your transfer, whatever, on the other node, then counter when Minmus is at its other node, and then you don't have to worry about the inclination then. But other than that, you have to have your inclinations match. And so if you don't have the time to wait around for that point in time, the only other way to do it efficiently is to launch yourself to where your inclination matches already, which is what I'm trying to do here. So let's take a look and see where we are position-wise. I'm going to save it. No, I'm not going to save it just yet, because right now we're... So if I am to get it to where it matches, it looks like I'm going to have to burn basically right now, right? Let's see. It's kind of hard to tell with the sun being there, but that's why I was kind of trying to do it from this side, but then I can't see, then I can't get a good visual where I am. Let's kind of maybe highlight this so I can always see the name. So if I make this equatorial, shoot, did I already go past it? I think I'm actually kind of right on it. Pretty much. Let's go 6 degrees north from here. Let's go 6 degrees north from here. Now, I don't have a target indicator, but that's not a big deal. Oh, come on now. Don't mess with me. Incline is getting a little bit crazy. Trying to pay attention to both your angle, your inclination, your apoapsis. Pay attention to everything all at once. It's kind of makes you feel like a real astronaut. Not really. And stage it. Okay, we're good. So now, let's see. Let's make some fine-tuned adjustments to the incline here a little bit, if possible. No, I don't want to be... Can I be surface prograde, please? Thank you. All right, and stop. Okay, 80 is our apoapsis. It says 6.2 degrees. This is the incline. That's what it says. Let's take a look. We need to set the target. Where are we at? 0.4 degrees. Hello. Yes, that's what I like to see. Now, if I go to the apoapsis and make a circularizing burn here, it's going to cost me 1,200 to do that. So let's get up here a little bit. Yeah, this is going to burn too early. I don't want you to do it. Let's not have you do it. I'm going to do it manually. Flight computer. Messing people up. All right. So we'll burn for circularization right now. And we look like we're 0.4 off, so that's pretty close. I'm wondering if it's within the range that it's going to take to actually just go to Minmus right now, you know. That's the goal. get there and save the fuel. We have 887 meters per second in the final stage for this rocket. And I need to be able to not only get captured in Minmus and you know, circularize that orbit, but also lower myself to the surface. I need that much fuel left, and there's no way I can have that much fuel left if I have to correct my inclination. So that's why we're doing this. A little bit of practice, see if we can save ourselves about 200 meters per second on the trip to Minmus. Cabbage wants to know what the wrench next to Mandy's name is. Mandy is one of the awesome moderators of the channel's chat. So she has moderator powers. Respect her authority. Let's take this antenna. We need to activate that. Okay. So now, final inclination difference is 0.4. If I wanted to correct it, how much does it cost me? I don't want to correct it, but if I wanted to, how much would it cost me, right? It would cost me... whoops. That's not accurate. Whoa. No, ascending node. That's what I want. Wait, hold on. That's not accurate. 0.4. Ascending node. And then I want to descend. Yeah, it would cost me like 15 meters per second. Not even that. 14.93 is what it would cost to get a perfect orbit. So by launching yourself at the ascending node of whatever body, if you can do it to where you can control your degree, control your path, if you will, and be able to watch everything all at once, you can save a lot of delta V that way and not have to correct your inclination. I did spend a bit more delta V to get to orbit because I didn't do it equatorial. So like I'm losing a little bit of the advantage of going east from here because I'm going, you know, slightly north too. But it's a net positive for sure by doing it that way. So now with our current orbit, without having to adjust our inclination, can we get to Minmus without having to worry about correcting that? So if I take a maneuver about here, I stretch this out, maybe we do this a bit faster. Whoops, that's a bit too fast. Let's dial it back a few notches, shall we? We should be able to get an encounter if we time this appropriately. So I can get an encounter on the back side, but can I get an encounter on the front side? So let's move this a bit backwards like this. And we can get a maneuver there. Okay. We can get an encounter there. Can we get one near the tip? I need it near the tip. Oh, very close. Yep, right there. Okay, so we can get an encounter right here. We'll be a bit... Okay, let's get the focus view. There we go. Okay, we're a bit off, but that's okay. We can adjust things a bit. So if I go retrograde a bit more, I can bring this back, which is good. That's less delta V I have to burn. Flip it around, right? And then adjust it to there. Bring her right in. We can make adjustments later to put ourselves on the equator. But right there is where I would want it. Not 4,000, but about there. 15K, I can go a little closer, but the chances that I burn exactly that are pretty small. So I think in the ballpark is good enough. This is the difference between... Yeah, the difference in that and 15K is 1/100th of a meter per second. So I'm not going to get that much precision unless I had monopropellant on there, which I don't. So yeah. Derek wants to know if I'm Or Dark Hermit wants to know if I'm gonna do another modded RimWorld. I have plans to do RimWorld again. I do. I have other things in the pipeline before it though, and I also want to wait. I think before I make another series on RimWorld, I think I'm gonna wait until Alpha 17. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but I hope that answers your question adequately. What else we got here? John says, oh, John, you can distract me on the Discord without being a patron. You can. I mean, you can. I do get notifications when I'm tagged, but I tend to ignore them unless they're unless they're from the patron channel. I tend to ignore them until I can get to them. To where patrons, if they want to message me in the patron channel, I tend to look at it right away usually. Or like if I'm on a call, I'm not gonna look at it right away. But like as soon as it is convenient to do so. To where the other tags, I tend to be like, yeah, I'll get to that. I got stuff to do. Okay, so yeah, this works. I didn't have to adjust my inclination. Now how much is the burn? It's 922. See, that's a problem. Because 922 is not going to cut it. Having to burn for 922 is not going to work. It's not going to work because I only have 1444 remaining in the craft. And so I would have to basically get captured by Minmus. Let's see how much that would cost. Maybe I can do this. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure I can't. But let's assume I get here. Then I add a maneuver here, which is totally not where I clicked. PE, please. And then I go retrograde from here. How much does it cost to get captured? Okay, it costs 107 to get captured. That's just to get captured. So if I want to actually circularize, it'll cost me about 150. Something like that. Yeah, pretty close to 150, 165, whatever. So that's cost me a lot. Now we're on an angle, but okay, you know, we're on an angle, but it'll be fine. We'll just wait for the appropriate time and lower ourselves down. Now, to lower myself to the surface, then can usually count on about 350 meters per second being needed for that. But let's just go ahead and just like go retrograde real quick. So to go flat down. Basically straight down, it's 141. Then I'm gonna have to spend another 350 or so, or 300, to slow myself down enough. I could just let this whole thing hit Minmus really hard, let the engine blow up and let the tank blow up, but the material kits and stuff might survive, and then just pull in the spoils. I could do that. It's not out of the question. But what is out of the question is that I'm pretty sure I don't have enough fuel to do this now. So while that was effective. While the plan did work, I still don't have enough fuel on this thing, and I really don't want to put more fuel on this. I really don't want to. I don't know. You do that, and he will... You do that, and then he will have more work, which means less videos. Wait, who do what? Who do what? Who was talking about? What? I'm confused at what the comment is at. Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to... I think this will work if I had just a tad bit more fuel. I need to be more efficient with the burn. I need to be more efficient with sending it out, you know? But to do that, I mean, this is a really expensive rocket, and I can't get it back. I have no way of recovering it. So I don't think... Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. It's so close, you know? We have 922. then 165, then 141. That doesn't give me any fuel at all, really. This apoapsis is 17k up. No, I need less. I need more fuel. Let's try one more time. I have time? I have time for one more attempt. So this time, we know we're in the right spot. We know what the right spot is. So this time I need to do about the same thing, get about roughly the closer to the same inclination. And then and just hope I've been efficient enough in my ascent. I think it was because I got to 90k and I shouldn't have done that. No, I got to 80k this time. Yeah, I wasn't that far out. I did a good job on this one, I thought. I thought I did good. All right, let's find the cross point again. So we'll go about like this. And Minmus's orbit is basically right there. So if I time accelerate a bit, right about to close to that, is that it? It's pretty much right there. Pretty much. Maybe a tad bit more, but it's pretty much right there. So, yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's do this then. Let's do this one more time. See if I can do it. See if I can get to 6 degrees right away. And then I gotta hold it there. Which is the hardest part. Holding it at 6 degrees is the really hard part. Because you can never really go in a straight line. You have to play around with it, but it's getting really close. Come on. Go back up a little bit. Don't go too far. Bring it back. There we go. Hold it right there. Come on. No. Wrong way. Go back the other way. I don't like it. Get my tanks ready. No, we're going way too far now. Bring it back. Bring it back. Come on. And good. Stage. Okay, now bring it back up. 6.2 degrees. I need to go a little bit more. Okay, oh, whoop. Hold it. Go surface prograde, please. Hold it. Yep, right there. Wait for the apoapsis. 80, 80, 80. Good. 5.91 degrees. 5.91 degrees, guys. Doesn't get any good. It doesn't get any gooder than that. It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it does. I could try to get to 6, but I think at this point I'm too far away to the point where correcting it is making it. It's not going to change anything. So let's get an apoapsis. That's kind of a weird view, but I'll take it. If I go like this and circularize around here, the ascending node will be 1 degree. Well, there's not much I can do about it, so we'll just play it by ear here. I thought that was great. 5.91 degrees. I thought that was great, but maybe I was too late, too early. Might have been too early. Well, it is what it is. Let's see if we can get there cheaper this way. I think if you're within 1 degree, you might be fine. Depending on which angle you go and how you try to meet up with Minmus, you probably are fine if you're within 1 degree. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Can we execute this burn in a timely manner, please? Flight computer, can we do that? In 10 seconds? I'm not going to let you do it, honestly. I'm going to do it myself. Because I don't trust you. All right, fine. We'll see what you do. Let's see what you do. Go ahead. Do it yourself. See what you come up with. It's fine. See, you're moving around. Activate this. Okay. Joseph, how long am I streaming? Probably for another 10 minutes at most. I'm almost done. This is a shorter stream. It's in the middle of my work day. I've just had some time to kill, and I needed to practice a bit. So I thought, instead of practicing in private, why don't I just practice in public? So I just like, hey, I'll just turn the stream around because, you know, there are people that maybe like to watch that. I don't know. Nick Knight wants me to put the Discord in the chat. You can join it. The link is in the description of the stream. Description, down below. Link to the Discord. It's fun. We hang out. We talk. It's awesome. Whew. And we're circularized. Oh, wait. What are you doing? Okay. Flight computer. Flight computer, you messed it up. You done messed up, flight computer. Now I have to burn a little bit once you get to apoapsis. But let's see what we're at here. I have 1 degree, which is not bad, but it's also not the best. It looks like to me that my burn, though, can be initiated. Yes, the burn can be initiated on the inclination here, so on the ascending node. If I burn on the ascending node and make my transfer window there, then I have the ability to adjust the inclination all I want. I don't even need to, really. If I burn on the ascending node, I should be able to just get there, right? You shouldn't have to adjust your inclination if you're meeting up on the descending node. So let's see. There it is. There's the rendezvous. And it's like, it's slightly cheaper. It is slightly cheaper. Not gonna lie. It is unfortunately getting it on the way back, though. I would rather meet up with this on the way there because it's going to be even cheaper still. So let's maybe, if I bring this back a bit, make it a little bit cheaper, then move it forward. Not backwards, I'm sorry. Move the maneuver back a bit. Right about, oh, and I'm going to have to go forward more then. All right, if I go this way then. What happens if I go this way? If I bring it back a bit more? No, I'd have to go forward more there. Okay, that makes sense then, I guess. So let's burn it on the ascending node. And we'll have to come forward some more. That brings this up. Let's bring it back this way. I still want to meet it on the way there instead of on the way back. It's faster. It's way faster. Like time-wise, it gets there much quicker. Much more conveniently. There we go. And you know what? If I'm barely traveling at all here, if I could get it like right on the tip, then I'll have very little effort needed to actually circularize, which will be great. Let's focus the view. See, look at that. We're here. So now, since I'm burning on the ascending node, I can actually adjust a little bit more here. If I come in like this and then just drop it down a little bit. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, never mind. Well, I can always adjust it later, though, once I'm on the way. 9:15. So I have 14. What do I have? I have 543 remaining. 543 remaining in this stage, 887, so 1431 total. Basically the same. It's basically the same. So I'm going to need more fuel. I mean, I did a pretty efficient ascent right there. I did a pretty efficient ascent. I did. You know, I totally did. And in order to get to Minmus any other way, when would I have to wait to? I mean, I could wait. I guess if I waited a few days, not a few days. If I waited until Minmus got to here and then launched to go to Minmus, then it'd be fine. Right? No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. I need Minmus to be here or here. I need it to be here or here, and I don't have that kind of time to wait. Never mind. So this is the only way I'm going to get there, is if I do it this way. So I need more fuel. I need more fuel. I could do a refueling mission. Bring up CCR2 port like the good old days. Charlie, am I still doing my stream tonight? Yep, I plan on finishing my Sarnus mission tonight. If finish is a possibility, but I plan on finishing that tonight. Getting a satellite network around Sarnus tonight. So come on back to the stream, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Come on back to the channel. I'm gonna have an event. I'm gonna have an event scheduled on the channel soon, so you can click the little button that says set a reminder, and that'll remind you too. But 9 o'clock Eastern time. Come on back. We're going to Sarnus. We're already on our way. And we're going to put a satellite network around Sarnus to communicate with the KSC. And we're going to do that with remote tech installed. So we're going to have to deal with all sorts of wonderful delays in our signals. That'll be fun. But I think I'm in good shape here. I think I'm just going to need more fuel. That's all there is to it. I'm just going to need more fuel. But just for the hell of it, you know, just for the hell of it. No, I can't even do just for the hell of it, because that would progress me forward more than I want to be forward in terms of the game's progress, and I need to record this transfer anyway. So, okay, well, I've learned some stuff tonight, guys. I've learned some stuff tonight. Part 2 of that is not all that interesting. Part 2 is a little embarrassing. If you like to watch people struggle with maneuver nodes, we can do that. The pains of going to Sarnus with an SSTO. But you know what? Part 2 is going to go live on the channel for you to watch on demand as soon as I end the stream, which is happening in like 30 seconds. So if you are part of the notification squad, the little bell icon next to the subscribe button down there, if there is one there. If you're part of that, you should get a notification in like a minute or two, and that stream will be live for you to see if you want. So there you go. This isn't going to ruin the show, is it? I'm only on episode 82. No, this is not going to ruin the show. There have been hints that will suggest things that have happened. So if you rewatch this stream, for example, stream DVR is always on my streams, so you can always reverse and go back anytime. So if you come in the like right now, the stream's about to end. So if you come in near the end and you're like, damn, I missed it, you can always go back. You can just take the little scrubber on the video and go all the way back to the beginning if you want. Stream DVR is always active on my streams. So, and then of course you have the link, so you can always watch it whenever you want, because the streams automatically go unlisted until I can have YouTube make the edits to cut off the beginning and cut off the extended end. And then they're self-contained that way. So anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. I'm going to get back to work, and part 2 of our Sarnus mission is going to go live as soon as I'm done with this. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.